Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP, and I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately. So welcome all new people. If you're INFP or if you enjoy and appreciate INFPs, this is the channel for you. There are a lot of other channels. One of those channels is Wandelpiet that I'm going to be doing a reaction video to now today. And his video is about coffee addiction and INFPs. And I am not a coffee addict. I am a tea enthusiast. And I barely drink coffee. So from Radish Raven to Wandelpiet, I'd like to hear from you guys below if you are a more coffee person or a tea person. Or you could be neither of these. I'm not a tea addict, but I do like hot chocolate, so maybe some of you guys are hot chocolate addicts like me. And so Wandelpiet did a great video, but unfortunately, I wish that I could be a coffee addict, but I am not, because I get really anxious, shaky, and my stomach hurts when I drink coffee. I usually drink coffee with a lot of milk because I can't stand the taste of strong coffee. And I'm just not made for coffee. Ironically enough, I live in one of the countries with the highest consumption of coffee per capita. And Finland is number one. I think that Sweden is number two in the world, most consumers of coffee. So I'm a little bit of an odd one, especially when it comes to working in healthcare, where I work as a junior doctor. Going through life as a healthcare worker without drinking coffee is socially isolating at times, because so many people drink so much coffee around me. In Sweden, it's kind of like that you drink your coffee in the morning, then you drink your coffee as soon as you come to work. You drink the coffee pause at like 10 or 9, depending on where you work. And then you have a coffee at lunch, and then you have a coffee in the afternoon, and then you have a coffee when you come back home, and then you have one like before you go to sleep. So that easily makes like 6 coffees a day for a regular person. I can only stand a maximum of 2 or 3 coffees a day that are like really diluted with milk. It's more milk than coffee. I don't like sugar in coffee nor in tea. I do sometimes take honey in my tea, but never milk in my tea. If I want to drink milk, I'll drink the coffee, or I'll just drink a glass of milk. I'm not a coffee enthusiast. I wish I could, so that I could be like really focused and productive and do all of the TE stuff that the INFP struggles to do. But unfortunately, I'm just a very mellow tea drinking INFP who is just crazy from the fact of being an INFP. I do not need coffee to make me extra crazy. I already am. So that's that. My mom is an ENFP, and she drinks a lot of coffee, and she lives in France, and but she grew up in the US, and in the US she did not drink coffee. She drank coffee when she came to Sweden, because it was such a big culture thing there. So in the US, my mom was addicted to Coca-Cola, because when she went to university in Atlanta, which is Coca-Cola City basically, and it's super hot over there. And then when she came to France, she became addicted to San Pellegrino, which is bubble water basically from Italy. which kind of replaced the Coca-Cola. And then when she came to Sweden, she got addicted to coffee. And somehow she got addicted to coffee and she drank a lot of coffee while pregnant. But I did not become addicted to coffee. So apparently that doesn't go through like I wasn't born genetically loving coffee, which is strange, but true. Okay, so she always asks me to bring ground coffee with me in my suitcase when I come back to France, because she can't stand French coffee, but she drinks it anyway. What she orders in French cafes is Café Noisette. And when I was little, I thought, because noisette means hazelnut, I thought that it was a coffee that had a hazelnut flavor. And I thought, that sounds good. But actually, Café Noisette means a coffee with a dash or a splash of milk. And the reason that my mom did this is because it costs less than having an espresso or than having a café au lait. Because basically they would just take an espresso and add a splash of milk, and she would have a café au lait for the price of an espresso. And so that's how my mom does her little SITE tricks in the world. So I do not drink coffee, and yet I am still alive. I know that a lot of INFPs are addicted to coffee. We all have our vices, okay? I like chocolate. I am addicted to chocolate. I would not manage very well without chocolate. So when I go to places where they don't eat a lot of chocolate, I do get a little bit of cravings. Such as when I went to Spain and we were eating crema catalana as like the dessert. Very bland stuff for dessert in Spain, unfortunately. So when I saw the churros that you can dip in this really thick chocolate, I was in heaven. I hadn't eaten chocolate in a week, and for me, I am addicted to chocolate. But I like tea. I like fruity kinds of teas, not Earl Grey. And it's mostly so that I can have something to drink while the coffee drinkers drink their drink. And because it's something that's warm, and it's a way for me to get my hydration. So that's the way that I make sure that I am hydrated during the day. I'd like to hear like your comments if you are more on the Van der Piet coffee addiction scale or on the Radish Raven tea/chocolate end of the scale. Maybe you have an other vice and you're like on another scale completely, the vertical scale of addiction. Funnily enough, Van der Piet talked about Ritalin addiction, which is a little bit strange because people who have ADHD who take Ritalin, they become more focused and less jittery. While people who take Ritalin when they don't have ADHD are more manic. Well, it feels like it's the opposite when it comes to people with anxiety and coffee, because it seems like if you're not used to drinking coffee and you're a sensitive person, like for like anxious and stuff, then you will get all jittery, and if you are used to drinking coffee, then it helps you become focused. I don't know what that means, but okay. So yeah, I am crazy enough without coffee. I don't really need it in my life. I'm already insane enough. But I know that a lot of you guys are coffee addicts out there in the comments. So I'd be interested of seeing the coffee versus tea war in the comments. Have a great day.